Hello, my name is Mike, and I'm a support worker at the Orchard Trust. Now, outside of the Orchard Trust, I have a very different and rather interesting hobby that I was hoping to present to you all today at the Summer Fade. However, as the Summer Fade has gone virtual this year, we too have decided to go into the virtual world and bring my hobby to you, straight to your screens. Now, my hobby involves surrounding myself with some very different and interesting friends. And I'd like to bring those friends into the screen. So the very first of the friends that I'd like to introduce you to, his name is Jackson. He is about 3 years old, and Jackson is an owl. A tawny owl, to be exact. Now, it's very likely that you may have experienced the tawny owls in your gardens or driving around the country roads, as they are found in this country. They're a lovely little owl, but they're very difficult to see because they're so camouflaged in the trees. They're much more recognised from their signature call, the classic owl noise of twit-to-woo. Now, not all owls will twit-to-woo. In fact, it's only the tawny owls that will make this sound. However, if you are listening to the twit-to-woo in your garden, then you're actually listening to not one owl, but two owls, as there is no owl that says twit-to-woo. Instead, the tawny owls will say either twit or twoo. In fact, the girls will twit and the boys will twoo in response. So if you are listening to that classic owl noise, then you know that you have a pair, or a family even, of these wonderful little owls who are living in the garden, perhaps. Now, the tawny owls are wonderful, wonderful owls. They generally come out at night, as not all owls will, but these ones tend to come out at night, but you can see them during the day as well. And they usually like to stay in trees. They have very, very good hearing, and so it's very difficult to be able to sneak up on an owl. Now, I'd like to show you a few other birds. And if you have any questions about the birds that you see, I would love to hear from you. So please do post your comments in the comment section below, and I will address all of your questions a little bit later on. Now, let me show you some of the other birds before we get on to our questions, though. Let's have a look, shall we? The next of my friends that I'd like to introduce you to is a very noisy girl, and is usually one of the favourites when people come to see and visit my birds. Mostly because they think that she is a baby. She's not a baby, actually. This is the little owl. And she's about 12 years old. She's fully grown, standing at about 6 inches tall. So this is as big as she gets. Now, these owls, again, are found in this country, so you may be lucky enough to see these flying around your garden. They usually come out during the day, but they can come out at night. They come out whenever they want to. But they're insect hunters, these ones, rather than the tawny owl, who is a mouse hunter. So this is Whisper, the little owl. The little ones are always the noisiest. The next of my friends is a little shy. So I've come inside his aviary, his birdhouse, to come and say hello. He's a lot bigger than the others. His name is Revel, and Revel is a snowy owl. So the clicking noise that he's making with his beak and the staring at me is him wondering what on earth I'm doing. I've given him his food for the day, so he's wondering why I'm in his aviary with a camera, so we won't disturb him for long. But Revel is a stunning owl. He's a lovely bird and very, very pretty. So let me bring the camera a little bit closer to him. What a beautiful song. And the last of my friends that I'd like to show you today, unfortunately I don't have time to show you everybody, but the last of my friends is a very special bird indeed. Now, these ones, again, you can find in this country and are seen, in fact, quite locally at Symonds Yat. They are the Peregrine Falcon. Now, the Peregrine Falcon is a very, very proud and noble bird. They're incredibly fast, reaching speeds of about 200 miles an hour. And you can see his streamlined design as I rotate him around the camera. He's already been out for his fly today, as we fly all of them to make sure that they get their exercise. So he, like Revel, is wondering, what on earth am I doing? And why am I putting this camera in his face? But he looks very, very good on camera. So once again, if you have any questions at all about any of the birds that you've seen, or perhaps just birds in general, I'd like you to post your questions in the comments box below. He was getting upset that he wasn't on camera there. Post your questions in the comment section below, and I would like to arrange for a live Q&A at about 2:45, so that I can address your questions and hopefully answer some of the burning questions that you have that you'd like to know. All right, I'll see you soon. Take care.